My little sermon today has to do with the question I asked in the community yesterday is like how can we do things so that work feels more like play, so that we're having more fun with the to-do lists, with the creative process that we are engaged in. And so one thing uh, to just like open ourselves to is like, what is fun? What could fun look like when it comes to us running our business, building our team, creating? Uh, how can we have more fun? We just for Play Chi Ball, we just released our I'm a Chi Baller music video last week, which was extremely fun. It was a massive community project. We had a whole bunch from our crew. We went to Vancouver, we did a Victoria trip, and we just shot this music video in public spaces all over the place. And that was like, okay, this is a new style of fun. We somehow miraculously won a competition to shoot, or not a like a contest draw for Play Chi Ball, where next month we get to go on a helicopter ride to the top of a mountain, and they're shooting an action adventure Chi Ball commercial for us, and it's all free. So it's like a ten to $20,000 free commercial that they're shooting for us that we won through Mike did one of those like Instagram things where it's like share this video and tag five friends. He did that and we won it. So that's kind of crazy. Um, so that's going to be very fun. We're just imagining it's like, what's the theme? Are we doing like an Indiana Jones theme? Is it going to be a Matrix theme? Is it going to be, more light and playful like the I'm a Chi Baller video? Like it just feels like there's all this momentum that's happening with the Play Chi Ball stuff. And it's all based on fun. And so I'm trying to bring that fun into all of my creative processes. And just this morning, I put out an email because, lifestyle alignment is like half the game. It's of what we're doing as entrepreneurs and creators is to like, how do we do those micro shifts so that our lifestyle, our business, our playfulness, like all the things that make us feel most alive and happy on the inside can get into alignment so that the work does feel like play, so that life unfolds with more ease and grace. And so, um, I've been getting the occasional email from people seeing my coaching services and asking for other ways to do it. And so I was on a big hike with Bonkers the other day and we went for a big adventure. I was like, some of my favorite stuff is when people come to Salt Spring Island and I work with them for a day or 2 or 3 days. And a big part of that is we'll go on these like 4 or 5 hour adventures out in nature with no laptops, just journals, ongoing conversations, stopping at these amazing spots, and just like having the flow of inspiration unfold as we're walking and talking. And I was like, I should just try this out like Tad's puttering services. I walk my dog, twice a day, every day, almost every day. So I might as well see if there's people out there that want like a significantly discount coaching price, and I can do that. So again, on the focus on how do I make my work feel more like play and fun, that was another thing that I'm bringing into the Magic Media side of things. We had the vote. Substack is going to be the course of the month, so we're going to release a Substack training. And so Coralie has been doing the bulk of this particular training, and she's been crushing it. And so for me to infuse more of my energy into it and to make the process more fun, I'm gonna have like a short, playful, comedy-esque video introducing each of the lessons. So there's like 12 videos or something like that that I'm gonna do out in the forest wearing my wizard cloak, and to me that sounds like it'll be a whole bunch of fun for me to go do that, come back, edit the videos, and have that be a part of the journey of helping people set up their Substack. So these are just ways that I'm finding I can play in my business. Another one, I'm just gonna shoot creative ideas at you on like how we can like take the shackles off of ourselves that pin us to our desk. I went for a big hike last week. There's a spot on our island called Daffodil Point, and it is the most gorgeous ocean spot. And last Friday, I had no meetings and I just wanted to go be in nature, but I had a bunch of shit I had to do. So I went for a hike. I brought my laptop and I tethered my phone and my laptop, and I got to sit out at the point and hang out for 4 or 5 hours and do the work that had to be done, but also enjoy a bunch of breath work and stretching and swimming in the ocean. And it was just, it felt so restorative. And this time of year, I'm working out in my garden a lot of the days and well, in my laptop, like sitting at the table and the chairs out there and just like trying to be outside more. So those are things that I'm doing to make more play in my life, in my work, so that I feel more joyful. Magnetically, I really believe that the more we're in our own creative flow of joy and happiness and living the life that we want to live, not when we're millionaires, but today in the best ways we possibly can, it brings a different energy to our writing, our creative process, the courses that we do, the coaching sessions that we show up for. And so I want to turn the question back onto you based on everything that I've just shared is like, how do you bring more joy, more playfulness, more creativity, more inspiration to your day-to-day life, how you're running your business, how you're creating or showing up to coaching for people? What are some creative ideas you can come up with that might shift the way you start to do things or the way that you start to approach your work so that you're more lit up in the work that you're doing? And that could be completely redesigning how you do it. Maybe you've felt pressure to always sit at your desk and you do video tutorials at your desk, and maybe instead you decide to go for an amazing adventure and turn the video on yourself as a selfie video while you're hiking. Like there's so many simple, subtle shifts that we can take what we've normally been doing that might feel really dry and stagnant, and we might have to face resistance because it's no longer satisfying us in the same way that it may have used to, and maybe it's not even working as good as it used to. And so, what are some ways that you can bring new energy into your business? Well, when you're living your best, most aligned life,
Yeah.
you're naturally following the flow of inspiration, which makes you better in every aspect of what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's simple, but like
Hmm.
we've been entrained since children through the system that we've grown up in that like it should be hard. We need to sit our asses at our desk from 9 to 5. Like, and
Hmm.
this is like we're now at a stage of our lives we can reinvent all that shit and try out different things and new rhythms. And it really is about how do we align
Yeah.
our life in the best way and pretend like we're already at the top of the mountain every day.
Hmm.
We've already made it.
Yeah.
How am I going to live my life when I'm at the top of the mountain?
Mm.
I'm going to live it like that today in all the ways that I possibly can. And that
Hmm.
is like I feel like that is the golden ticket that we all have as creators, as entrepreneurs, is like to align ourselves in all of the ways we possibly can as if we're already at the top of the mountain. We're already living our best life. We've already made it. Struggle no more, stay in this flow of inspiration, and watch how that helps us to rise even more through our work and the ways that we can show up and impact people. Yeah, I mean, I think this goes to all of us that are in the creative process of producing videos and audios is like, how do we incorporate that of like, how do you make that creative process not just a task to do, but an adventure that you can go have? Of like, you've got to go out into nature and climb a mountain and find the spot that you want to shoot your thing and record your audio. And it's not done in a studio. Like, there's a time and a place for doing things in the studio, but it's not always. In fact, it's probably less of the times that we actually need to be doing it in the studio. If you're just shooting stuff for YouTube and for a free opt-in and you're not planning to like license and sell it to like mass distribute to bigger platforms, then we might as well just show people us living the life,
Mm.
what's possible, because that's typically why they're hiring us, is because they see something in us, in the way we share, in the way we live, that they want for themselves. We're going to take 5 minutes and you can just brainstorm some ideas. If you were to just reimagine how you show up, what your work-life relationship looks like, how you bring more play and creativity into the day-to-day experience so you're more activated and you're having more fun in your business. That's the question. Take 5 minutes and then we'll do a little share after that. Any questions before you go do it? That all makes sense? Great. All right. Any creative ideas come through? Any inspired thoughts? How can you imagine things being different and more fun?